and welcome back once again. It's time. It is the 2021 season and the first edition of Inside the Headset, and I'm all the way out here at Rockvale at the launch pad, and I've got with me the head coach of the Rockvale Rockets, head coach Rick Rice. How you doing today, Coach?
I'm good, Star. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, and good to see you in person and to visit
no doubt.
with you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Coach, I think it's the first time, and just to stop, this is really the first season you've had to kind of have your feet underneath of you versus you come in 2 years ago, they don't even have the goalpost up. The visitor stands is not even in place. We don't even know if we're going to get, side markings, and you got a game in 2 weeks, and you don't have an offense. You've got a team. You've got some kids on the team, got them suited up, but you've come a long way, haven't you?
Oh yeah, no doubt. And the biggest thing with us about this year going into the season, we was actually finally got to have a spring practice, and that probably is. I'm more tickled about that than anything. I know, starting a new program and stuff has been. I ain't gonna lie, it's been kind of tough, and then COVID hits, and so and we don't have a place to practice. We got to find a place to practice, but things have gotten a little better, and so and we're at this point, going into our first game against Laverne Friday, we're way ahead of what we have been the last 2 years.
Well, and a lot of people don't know, just being together, learning your philosophy, intertwining with your coaches, and just getting the basics down of what you need to accomplish each and every Friday night, regardless if we win or lose, guys. We want to do these things, whether it's we don't want to turn the ball over, we don't want to do this, controlling what you can control.
Yeah. I mean, those things there, going into the third year, we pretty much got say a base offense, and then we got pretty much a base defense, what we want to do, and we can spend a lot more time on things that we kind of didn't cover because we was trying to play catch up with everything else, And one thing we put a big emphasis on is the special team. I'm a big special teams guy, but we haven't spent a lot of time on it because we're having to try to catch up with everything else from an offensive standpoint, defensive standpoint, and we've really let that slip. And I got to give my assistant coaches credit for they just kind of stepped in and just took the special teams over, and we have spent a lot of time on just that one part of football, the special teams, and so I'm glad we was able to do that because we are far long enough we can spend that extra time. So, but yeah, I mean I feel as a coach, as a head coach, I feel we're real good where we are right now. And we've got a long way to go. And all coaches and brothers are going to tell you that regardless. They're going to tell you got a long. But we have come so far, and but we still got a lot of things we need to improve on and get better at. So in a big test, it will be Friday. We're in our third year. And a lot of programs are based on the third year, Stark. I think you know that. So we've worked very very hard to get to the point where we can get to the fourth quarter. We can have a chance to win, have a chance to make a stop, and have a chance to score TD late to win the game or kick a field goal or whatever. And and I think that's where the special teams are going to come in really good because we actually got a really good kicker this year. So but it's like I tell Coach Gamble. My daddy says, "Oh, son, just throw them out there and see what they can do." And that's basically what you do. Throw them out there. You've prepared the haze, the haze in the barn, and just see what they can do. So,
well, and a lot of people don't understand playing 6A ball. If you're down, and I'm not being mean to a 3A or 2A or 1A club, but when you've only got 32 guys and I got to pick a guy that's going to run the ball or two guys that are going to run the ball, usually that's what you had, didn't you? You had two guns that you would, try to get the ball to.
Sure.
When you got 80 guys, and then you got to go against Oakland and Riverdale and the other teams in your region, and it's not easy, is it, Coach?
No,
I mean, you're running uphill all the time.
Yeah, I mean, we just, I mean, as far as like Oakland and Riverdale, I mean, I mean, I don't mind saying, Star, we don't. A lot of our kids, I mean, they got 3 and 4 and 5-star guys. We don't have that, okay?
They go deep.
Yeah, they go real deep, and so but we're going to get those kids, okay?
Oh yeah,
we're going to get those kids. It just starting a new program.
And you're seeing a little of that work.
Sure,
right
sure,
now. You
yeah.
know it in the back of your mind
Yeah.
because the county's getting fatter. The
Yeah.
roads are getting more, we got more traffic, so you have to tell your coaches, plan 15 minutes more than what you did before because you're going to be late getting here
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, you know,
But, you know.
houses being built all around.
Oh my
It's
goodness! I was
just
on my way
crazy.
out
Yeah,
here,
it's
and
got
I
crazy.
mean, there's not a shortage of houses going
No.
up on the way from
No, there's not.
from McDonald's to here. I'm telling you.
But you know, just you know, those, you know, especially those two teams in particular, you know, but just Rutherford County football. I mean, people say it's the SEC of high school football, and
Buddy, it is.
you know, there's no doubt about that. You know, we lost with the new region.
That's
We
what I
lost
was
the
getting-
three teams. You know, Coffee, Cookeville, and Warren County. Well, then we lost those three, but we had Sturge Creek. You know, and
Boy,
Sturge
it made
Creek-
it homey, didn't it? I
Yeah.
mean, we're all right here in
Yeah.
the same county, and
So,
it's homey. It's
they're pretty
old,
good, and they're
it's
pretty
old,
good.
It's old Region 4-5A. Now it's Region 4-6A.
Yeah.
So we're doing just what we did. We just don't have Smyrna and Laverne.
Yeah.
But that could change. You know, later on they could. You know, never know, but I kind of like the county being split a little bit. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
they got to get on the other side of the bracket, so we still got a chance getting in the championship either way. If we don't get somebody on this side of the bracket, we got a chance on the other side of the bracket as we support all Rutherford County teams in their quest for the gold ball.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I know you got like open up with Laverne, you got Smyrna, you know, but we had Sturge Creek, which is a good program with Coach Cardell over there. So we'll, you know, it gets tougher what it does, and even though the other three teams left, and like I said, talking about travel, you know, our week 9 we go to Coffee County, and
That's your furthest trip.
That's the furthest trip we got, and next year I think we got Lincoln County and Nolensville on the road. But I mean, this year, historic. I mean, we're 15, 20 minutes down the road. You know, depending on traffic, of course. You know.
Well, and
So-
you've got some good flavor in here, like you said, Smyrna, great team. I'm going to see
Yeah.
them Friday night, so you're
Yeah,
going to
they're
see
good.
them week 2.
Yeah, Coach
so
Williams and them are really
you'll
good.
be able to see. I will be able to share. Actually, I'll see them on Friday night. I will see Stewart's Creek, Smyrna. So I'll be able to share my Smyrna Cup with you, so you can have that. There's nothing illegal about that. Then you roll into Siegel, but your first 3 games are on the road. That's a true test to your kids. Going to have to put them
Yeah.
on the bus and take them across town.
Yeah, the schedule just fell that way, and really nothing I could do about it.
Right.
Just to be honest with you, Stuart. But that's okay. You know, that first home game we'll have so many people here, Stuart.
I'm going to be here for that
Yeah,
game.
it's gonna-
I'm
it's gonna
scheduled
be
to broadcast
nuts.
that game.
It'll be nuts September 10th here. So, but that's what we want though.
Oh yeah, and you got a good opponent,
Yeah.
Lincoln County to
Yeah.
open with, so that's
So-
well. Let's talk about Rockville football and your attack. What are we going to look like this year, Coach? As far as who is our gunslinger, who is the main quarterback? Who's the main quarterback?
A
for us?
kid named Logan Nowacki. It's
Okay,
his
so we're
second
gonna
year
go
to
back with
start.
Nowacki.
Yeah, Nowacki. It'll be his second year as a starter, and he's made big strides. Stuart.
Oh, yeah.
I'm probably more proud of his leadership. You know, even though he's got some work to do on that. You know, I stay on him pretty good. You know, about being a leader first, because he can kind of be, I don't know, he can kind of lose focus at times about things. You know, I tell him the other day, I said, Logan, you get ready for a ball game a lot different than what I did. You know, when I played. You know, but
He's his own worst enemy sometimes.
yeah,
and
sometimes.
we have
Yeah,
that.
sometimes he is, but he's gotten much better, Stork. I mean, the kids are starting to believe in him, and that's a big thing in that position, you know. And so he's got better as a player too. You know, he throws the ball a lot better than he used to. He's got a little bit faster, and he's always been a really tough kid. He's took some shots since he's been our quarterback. And he just gets right back up. He's a tough kid, and
Reminds you of that Cookville tough kid. You know those
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
The kids
Yeah.
come out of Cookville. They're always tough.
So-
Right? Reminds you a little bit of that.
Yeah, he might have a little bit of the Wayne County kids too now. Well,
No.
that's some tough ones down there. So, but anyway, but he's going to be leading us, and actually got a good backup. And Brendan Mayhew, he's sophomore. That'll be a kid you'll be hearing from, here in a couple of years. So, but we feel really good at that position and what we want them to do. You know, we're gonna run the football, Stuart. You know, we're just going to do it. We're going to run it. We're going to run it. And as long as that guy under center can manage the game, we're in good shape.
And picked up Nolensville. I like that game
Yeah.
for you. That's a game here real
Close
close.
down the road.
You've got some good gate games.
Mhm.
You've got some good communities that'll be coming in here, and kept Coffee County on the schedule. They kind of beat up on you last year, and they were in our region. I'm glad they scheduled you back.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And we played them in 7-on-7 over in Shelbyville, and they're really good sport.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
Coffee County has
yeah.
gotten better
Yeah.
over the last 4
Yeah,
years.
yeah,
So
they-
them and Cookville and Warren will be good in that region over there. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Well, anything you'd like to say about your coaching staff? Anything
Well, I got the best coaching staff in the state. That's what I tell those guys that, man, and I do, and I tell other people that too. I've been really blessed to have the coaching staff I've got, because they take so much off of me, because I got to deal with all the other stuff, Stork, as a head coach, and I coach D line. I tell them, you just tell me what to do and I'll do it. I'll take care of the other stuff, and so and that can be stressful at times. I know Creasy and Kreisky and all them guys, they go through the same thing I do every day. But my staff takes so much off of me where I want them just to concentrate on football and nothing else, where I can take care of all the other stuff, And so, but they're good, and just so thankful to have them. And we work very, very hard. We worked very, very, very hard to get to the point we are now. And I'm just hoping and praying, that all the hard work pays off, and I think it will.
Anything last to say to some of the community leaders, the faculty and staff? I know you are very well supported by Steve Luker, as well as, well, that was nice. But I know you're supported really well here at Rockville, but there's a lot of volunteers that don't have anything to do with Rockville High and their parents and other people, and they're pitching in, and I saw them get the concession stand. I even saw, I think you had Tom Krager out here cooking, and that's dangerous.
Yeah, Tom's there cooking the other night. So,
and good for you. You got your jamboree in. Some schools didn't. I talked to Ben Cottle. He didn't get his in, and he felt like, man, that was the one thing he needed before Friday night, so good for you.
We had talking about the parents and the community, we had like a work day here at the stadium last Saturday. And I had a bunch of parents to show up to, do weed eating, mowing, and pressure washing, and, just do all kinds of stuff to make the place look a lot better. So, I really want, because I understand this, that football is a big thing in Rutherford County, and it's important to the community is what it is. And it's important to the school. So football kind of gets you going, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The more successful you are, the better things go in your school and outside your school. And if you can start getting wins, Stork, a lot more people come. They want to see what you got, and we've got people supporting us. But we're just ready to strap it up and play Friday. We really are. We're just ready to play some football. And hope and pray we stay COVID-less, hope we don't have any restrictions there as the season goes on, because that's been very, very trying. Last year was very tough, just not on us, but all the other schools, in Rutherford County.
I'll only close one thing about leadership in the schools and everything. I've had an opportunity. I've lived here in Rutherford County since 1997. I've gotten to see several different superintendents of the schools or directors of the schools. I've watched that change hands. I've watched head coaching change hands, and a lot of different things. But you can't take nothing away from Nolan and the way he led his schools. He led them with sports first at Riverdale. And you know what? I mean, he wanted all his faculty and staff and the student body and everybody to be there. And he's on the intercom and preaching and going. And I'm telling you, they won some state championships that way. Don't you think they did? And I mean, it does. It starts at the top. And if you don't have that top leadership,
Coach Luker's been really good.
You're
Coach
uphill.
Luker, our principal, Steve Luker, he's been really good, Coach has, and he understands the importance of it. Yeah, he understands it. So, another thing, too, I want to say something about, you ought to see the size of our band we got here. I mean, that's a big part of Rutherford County on Friday nights. And, man, our band is huge, and they're really, really good, too. And they're so looking forward to putting on a good show on Friday, because Mr. Sears and Mr. Ladder worked very, very hard to get them ready. So I just want to say something about the band, because I
love the band.
Because they practice in the parking lot here while we're over on the Pikesville, so we're there together each day, So
and that's turned into more of a bigger part of the Friday night. Is you got to have a good band, and if you don't, you'll get abused out there. You got to have a bunch of band freaks, man. They get the crowd going.
So, but our leadership here is great, and we're just blessed, and I'm just ready for us to get some wins. Story. I know it goes much bigger than that, and this is my 36th year. It goes much bigger than that, and you got to look at the bigger picture. But we work very hard, and I think we did. I think the hard work we put in, we deserve that. But we'll find out starting Friday.
Well, you know, it's your 36th year. I believe it'll be Jimmy Maynard, head coach Jimmy Maynard. It'll be his 42nd year. I think Coach Rankin, it'll be his 40th year. And you guys just continue to love it and to help these kids and get out here in the community. You don't do it for the money. I mean, none of us are in this for the money. If anything, we're in it for the 10 games we get and the blessed and the togetherness and the friendships and the relationships we get to develop. Ladies and gentlemen, Friday night at Laverne High School, you won't want to miss it. Load up with the Rockville Rockets. They're going to have a crowd. They'll have their band. They'll have Logan Nowacki. You be over at Laverne at 7 o'clock.